In the top stories, police investigating sudden death of Oswald Elliot as suspected suicide. Half of Haiti suffers from acute hunger, and Italy passes €2 billion aid package for those affected by deadly floods. Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Midday Newscast. Today is Wednesday, the 24th of May, 2023. I'm Jason Davis. Nationally, the police are now investigating the sudden death of former teacher Oswald Elliot as a quote-unquote suspected suicide. According to a police report, an assistance request was made on Tuesday at around 9 a.m. at Mr. Elliot's residence on Nevis Street, St. Kitts. Upon entry, emergency services found Mr. Elliot inside and unresponsive. He was pronounced deceased at the scene by the district medical officer. An investigation into the cause of death will be conducted. The police force expresses deepest condolences to friends, family members, and all others who have been negatively impacted by Mr. Elliot's sudden death. The management of the GNF General Hospital has announced the successful completion of 2 cataract surgeries on Tuesday, signaling what's being called a long-awaited resumption of eye surgeries at the largest health institution. According to a statement, this achievement represents a significant step towards alleviating the burden on our healthcare system and addressing the sizable waiting list, which currently stands at over 200 individuals. Ophthalmologist Dr. Alina Crespo led the surgical team that performed these procedures. The statement said her expertise, coupled with the state-of-the-art tools now available at GNF General Hospital, ensured seamless and successful procedures for both patients, and positive outcomes are expected in both cases. Dr. Crespo was assisted by nurse Felicia Gordon. GNF Hospital management also stated that the successful completion of these 2 cataract surgeries is a testament to the commitment, expertise, and collaborative efforts of the entire GNF General Hospital team. The Health Ministry said they will continue to make significant strides in improving healthcare delivery and enhancing the lives of patients. In other news, the government's Seniors Day program continues to engage older persons in East Basse-Terre, St. Peter's, and St. Paul's communities, offering what's being called rewarding experiences that make retirement more enjoyable. For the past 6 weeks, the seniors have engaged in art classes, learning to draw and paint, and making origami flowers. Each senior used their flowers in designing Mother's Day cards. Veriline Edwards of Stapleton Village said that she's having fun in the program, working with others, sharing stories, and making new memories. She recalled the previous weeks making a kite and going out to flight as part of the program's inaugural activity.
We had fun because my kite went up and it went out and it stuck in a tree. So it was fun. I enjoyed it. It was good.
Minister of State responsible for aging, the Honorable Iseline Phillip, dropped in on the seniors at St. Peter's on Tuesday to get a first-hand account of the positive stories from the program. The seniors gifted her an abstract portrait of herself taken from the program's launch on March 21. Each senior in the St. Peter's group had a task in producing the paint and mixed media portrait, which involved drawing, shading, and painting.
I was very impressed to see one of the collective artwork pieces that they did, which is a painting of myself, so I'm very impressed with that. And then they've also been doing some other individual arts and crafts and like painting and drawings with making cards and some, paper art. So that's actually been very impressive too. So it's a really good way to keep our older persons engaged, and they're also very creative.
Winston Walwyn was assigned to work on the face section of the portrait of Minister Phillip. He said that he was extremely proud of the masterpiece created and the teamwork that produced it.
It's encourages them to show people, no matter who you are, right? As long as you try, you can do something beneficial.
He encouraged other seniors in the community to take part in the Seniors Day program. Moving now to news on the regional scene, nearly half half of Haiti's population is suffering from acute hunger, but humanitarian agencies are struggling to reach vulnerable communities that live in areas controlled by gangs. Al Jazeera's Teresa Bow reports.
Water, mud, fat and salt. This is what Shirley Onsent and her family are going to be eating for the next few days. It is not just her. She lives on 40 Manche in Cité Soleil, one of the poorest areas in Port-au-Prince. Called mud cookies, they are a food of last resort in Haiti and a symbol of the country's deepening humanitarian crisis.
We eat mud cookies because we are hungry. We don't have food. It's salty and we eat it. We can drink water and we feel full.
Haiti's capital and its slum areas like Cité Soleil are now controlled by violent gangs. As a result, access to food is often impossible. The World Food Programme says half of Haiti's population is going hungry. Humanitarian agencies working in Haiti have had to adapt to the ongoing violence.
We have to prepare the meals outside Cité Soleil. So here we're in Delma, a commune of Port-au-Prince. It's not too far from Cité Soleil. We cook the food here. The volunteer cooks are here. We prepare big pots of rice and beans. We put that onto the truck. The hot food is driven down to Cité Soleil and distributed immediately because we cannot leave food stocks. No food, no peace. Haiti will never be at peace as long as half of its population requires humanitarian assistance.
The organization is also giving away snack bars with protein for children. But aid is not reaching everyone.
All of these people have been displaced by gang-related violence. There's dozens of children living in this place. Shilov here is just over a year old. He's clearly undernourished with skin problems. There's thousands of people who are living like this in Haiti right now.
Michaela Exum is living in an improvised shelter in the neighborhood of Solino. She delivered her baby here 2 months ago and says finding food has become a daily challenge.
They were shooting all over the neighborhood. Everyone ran to save their lives. A priest gave us this place for shelter. Most children here are not eating every day.
Violence and hunger continue to spread throughout Haiti. And while the international community discusses possible solutions, those who live here are clearly desperate for any help they can get. Teresa Bow, Al Jazeera, Port-au-Prince.
One of the two biggest individuals being questioned in connection with Antigua and Barbuda's first murder since the start of the year is a 16-year-old male. Law enforcers are urging the public to continue providing information as the probe into the murder of 25-year-old Rudy Schmally intensifies. ABS's Garfield Burford reports.
A brazen incident on Monday afternoon which led to the country's first homicide since the start of the year. Deputy Commissioner of Police Everton Jeffers, who is acting as head of the force, reacted during an interview with ABS News on Tuesday.
First, let me express my condolences to the family of the deceased and also to the Syrian community on the senseless killing of the deceased. I am saddened by this whole situation, and the police will be doing our endeavor best to make sure that this matter is solved, and we do so in quick time.
2 individuals are now in police custody and are being questioned. They are still being considered persons of interest. DCP Jeffers declined to give their ages but referred to them as young people. Sources tell ABS News one is 16 years old. I asked the acting police chief whether charges could be imminent.
I am not going to put myself on the limb to say 2 days or 3 days, but we're hopeful that we should be able to solve this matter not long from now.
In the meantime, this incident and other crimes carried out by armed men have spooked many individuals, including business operators. DCP Jeffers has this message for the business community and, by extension, the populace.
I want to assure them that we're there for them. We are going to make it our business to make sure that when they cry out, we're there, and we're there doing our best to make sure that they feel safe and not get into this fear where I can't open my business anymore. I'm sure if I was a businessman too, I would have been afraid or be fearful. But I want to assure them that we're going to do our utmost best to make sure that we, if not eliminate, remove most of that fear.
He also makes it clear police have increased their patrols and their presence even when it is not always conspicuous.
I'm not going to go into the types of patrols that we are having, but we have increased our patrols, and so sometimes it might appear as if there are no officers in town, but don't be fooled by that.
Internationally, Emilia-Romagna is one of Italy's richest regions, and the impact of the floods has raised questions about why funding allocated to counter hydrological instability has not been used. More in this report.
It's too early to put a figure on the financial impact of the recent floods that hit central Italy, although damage can be clearly seen everywhere. On Tuesday, Meloni's government passed the €2 billion aid package to help businesses and families that have been affected by the latest extreme weather events. Agriculture is the worst hit sector. Around 10 million plants in Italy's so-called Fruit Valley have been damaged, with vegetable production being heavily affected.
Se non c'è un immediato ristoro, le aziende rimarranno in ginocchio e non vogliamo assolutamente evitare quello che è successo nelle Marche, che dopo un anno gran parte delle aziende non hanno ancora ricevuto nulla.
As you can see, water took over the whole area. Emilia-Romagna is one of Italy's richest regions, and the impact of what has happened has raised questions about why funding allocated to counter hydrological instability has never been used. In hard-hit towns, life is slowly going back to normal. Although the heavy rain has stopped for a few days, water level is still high. This town of 2,000 inhabitants near Ravenna was completely evacuated. Firefighters carry local residents in and out of town on a daily basis. For some, this is the first time they were able to return to their homes to retrieve what they left behind.
Sono entrato per la prima volta oggi in casa mia da giovedì. Sono andato a recuperare quello che potevo. Essere positivi, perché almeno abbiamo salvato la vita.
Many here believe the worst has passed, although they're concerned about the future.
Tutto. Io sono 20 anni che sto a Ravenna, quindi ho ancora un mutuo da pagare, da finire di pagare. Chi lo pagherà adesso? Non lo so.
Local residents and business owners told us they're happy with the government's response to the emergency, but all they ask for is that support is being offered without delay. Giorgio Orlandi for Euronews in Ravenna.
And now for the weather. Present weather is cloudy with showers in the vicinity. The temperature for today is 30 degrees Celsius or 87 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds are a light breeze of 5 miles per hour from a northerly direction. Seas are moderate with waves of 4 to 6 feet. The weather forecast in St. Kitts and Nevis today will be partly cloudy with a 60% or moderate chance of showers. Tonight will be partly cloudy with a 40% or moderate chance of showers. Sunset today will be at 6:39 p.m. Sunrise tomorrow at 5:37 a.m. And that brings us to the end of the ZIZ Midday Newscast. Join us this evening for these stories and more in detail. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Jason Davis.